It's been 6 months since I got the keys to my project house. It's been an expensive few months. Now of course going into this I knew it would be a big project, but still nothing could have prepared me for some of the surprises I found along the way. You'll see what I mean. Of course the first job was to rip it all out, all the carpets had to go and so did the electrics. The electrical equipment was very old and honestly just unsafe. It looked like a dodgy DIY job, nothing was up to code, and almost everything was on the same circuit. Then I ripped out the old kitchen. I planned to keep it and clean it up and use it for a wee while, but it was far beyond saving it. It just wasn't worth it. I also ripped the old shower out. It was causing a huge amount of damp. And it was also covering a window, which I thought was a bit strange. Back to the electrics, it was time a brand new consumer unit was installed and all the new cables pulled through for all the new light switches and sockets. But then the extent of the damp issues started to become clear. The wallpaper was soaking, corner beads completely rusted, rotten door standards and skirtings, and that's not even the worst part. I was planning to renovate the upstairs, move in, then work on the downstairs over time. But this was the moment that plan went out the window. Under the living room floor was completely rotten, absolutely soaking. And there was woodworm. The floorboards were just crumbling in my hands when I tried to lift them. They all had to go immediately, which unfortunately left quite a gap between the living room floor and the rest of the ground floor. Those floorboards absolutely should not have been directly on top of this concrete. The next task was to strip the plaster downstairs. This had to be done in preparation for a new damp-proof course to fix the rising damp issue. I don't think letting it all air out for a few months has done any harm. The moisture readings are already significantly lower in various parts of the brickwork. 2 of the 3 chimneys were full of nesting materials. It seems before the chimneys were capped, the local birds were trying their hardest to move into this house. It took a long time to fish all this stuff out. But this stuff must have been in there longer than I've been alive. There was a Ribena juice carton in the front chimney, and it was best before the 12th of October 1999. That was 7 months before I was even born. Then it was a trip to the builders merchants for plasterboard, timber and PIR board because the new bathroom had arrived. And after the new window was fitted, I finally got to do some painting and the house got its very first splash of colour. But by this point, the storage fees were racking up, so I made the decision to convert the loft and move all my stuff home. Make sure to check out my loft conversion video if you haven't already. After the loft was finished, the next target was bedroom 2. It's been insulated, plasterboarded, painted, it's had a new radiator installed and a new window fitted. But there's still a bit more to do in here. Then the sledgehammer came back out for some more demolition. The wall separating the hallway and the lounge was a silly shape, so it's gone and will be replaced with a better one shortly. But the layout downstairs still didn't make much sense to me, so the sledgehammer wasn't off the hook yet. A new wall was built up in place of this old door, and once it was settled, a new doorway was cut out and knocked down. I advertised the bricks on Facebook Marketplace free for collection and managed to get rid of every last one of them, plus a few bags of rubble, completely free of charge. And that takes us into January. Recently I've started the new damp-proof course. I've pulled a flue liner down the chimney. I'm about to finish the new bathroom too. But I'm nowhere near done yet. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at 295renovations. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with my crowbar shortly.